have to take other classes as well. So tomorrow in class we'll take.
Okay.
Okay. So if you face any doubt in class, we can discuss as well. Okay. So tomorrow I'm giving only 2 questions. Okay. And then then on Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. On Thursday, I'll make you one more paper for you. On Thursday, you have to appear through CI soft only. Okay. I'll provide all the details in WhatsApp. Okay. Don't worry about that. Okay. I'll provide all the details in WhatsApp. Okay. So today as well, I'll write all the details in WhatsApp, and those who are absent, they will attend as well. So few students are taking classes from videos. They have to take a class in. They have to start taking class in here in live class. Okay, because I may stop uploading the video soon. So better be present in class. Okay. So go through. Okay, second chapter. Okay, we have started third one. Go through them. If you face any doubt, do ask. Okay, go through the question answers, find them out. Numericals, they must be in notebook. Okay, questions, it up to you whether you want to do it or not. Okay, so best thing is you must do them as well. Best for you.
Sir,
So
sir, in
practice.
this
Yes,
test, sir, in this test or notebook will be not checked in this test.
notebook. No, in this test, no, it won't be checked.
Sir, in next test will be there in next month
Yes.
test.
Next month it will be. Yes, and maybe someday I may ask some students to submit. Randomly, I will start asking you to submit 2 or 3 students. So everyone must keep prepared. And don't prepare your notebook for me. Prepare it for yourself. See, till you don't write, you don't practice, you won't get the things. Most of the doubts will arise when you start doing it through writing. So complete your work. Every numerical, do it. If you don't get it, do ask. We are doing every numerical in class as well. So before we do in class, at least practice them yourself. Okay? At least try to do it yourself before, as the chapter ends.
Yes,
Do
sir.
it. Do the numericals. Then when we discuss the class, they will become more clear to you. Okay? So you can go through the numericals. If you face any doubt, do ask. Okay? So tomorrow onwards, first chapter numericals, first A and first C. Go through them, solve them. You can ask, okay, tomorrow, Friday, we are having class. So you can ask tomorrow as well as on Friday. Okay. So go through, complete your first chapter as well as 2A is given. So all these 3 parts you must study and go through the numericals. If you face any doubt, do ask. Okay. Okay. So today we are starting with linear momentum and second law of motion. So we have discussed first law of motion. In first law of motion, what we have discussed, Newton's first law. Okay. For the body to move, to set the body in motion, what we require? What is required?
Force.
Any body fitting? If force is required,
Force.
This is
or if
required.
a body is in motion, to make it stop, to bring it to rest, we require force. So what is
Force.
the condition? Force is the cause. Force is the cause for motion. Force is the cause for bringing a body from motion to rest. Okay. So force is that cause. Okay. So this we are studying which law? First law tells us that. First law tells that what is required? Force is required. Okay. We have studied a body is in rest in the state of rest or in state of motion unless a force is not applied. It will continue. Okay, if a body is in rest, it will continue to be in rest unless a force is applied. If a body is in motion, it will continue to move in the same direction with the same speed unless a force is applied. Okay, so to change the state, we require force. This we have studied. So this is first law of motion. First law of motion just tells us that force is required. It does not tell how much is required, what and on what parameters it depends. It just tells force is required. That is, to accelerate the body, force is required. This is clear? We have discussed that one. Okay. Today we will be discussing second law of motion. Before that, we'll be discussing something that is linear momentum. Okay. So we'll be discussing linear momentum. Okay. What do you mean by linear?
Straight.
Straight line.
Sir, going in a straight direction.
Straight, going in
No.
a straight line. Okay. Moving in a straight line direction. Okay. It is a linear moving in a line. Okay. Be in a line, get in line. So it's moving in a line, in a straight line. Okay. that is linear. Okay, momentum we'll be discussing today. Okay, so mainly I give you a brief idea about what does momentum is. Momentum, it expresses the motion. Okay, it's the quantity that expresses the motion, that is expressing the motion of a body. Okay, so momentum is what? It is a quantity. A quantity
Is a quantity that express motion of a body.
quantity expressing motion. Okay, and what does in motion we say? When a body is motion, what do you see? Observe whether it's going fast or whether it's going slower. That's all you say. Its speed is more, it is moving very fast, or it's very slow, its speed is less. So mainly what is we are concerned with? Velocity in motion. Okay. Okay. There is one more thing that you are concerned when it is in motion. It's mass as well. Yes or no? If a small body is coming, two bodies are coming with some velocity. If it's very small, you usually don't care. It's a small body, it won't hit me much, or it won't impact me much. Whereas big body is coming, you say it is going to impact much. So momentum, we discussed two quantities, that is mass and velocity. Okay, these are the two quantities that expresses the momentum. Okay, momentum is product of mass and velocity. Okay, so for example, you are having two bodies of same mass. If you are having two bodies of same mass, okay, now, okay, first let us, okay, same mass you are having. One is moving with v1 velocity. Second body is, this is our first body, this is our second body. Both having the same mass. Second body is having moving with v2 velocity, whereas v1 is greater than v2. It is moving more faster, it is slower. So this is our faster body. This is our slower body, second body. Okay. Now, which body to stop? You have to stop both the bodies. So which body will require more force to stop?
First body.
First body.
Okay, both are having same mass. Okay, or we can say both our bodies are same, but first body is moving more fast. It means you will require more force to stop it. You will require more force to stop it. It means you say first body is having more momentum. It is having more momentum. Okay, it is having more motion. Okay, first body is having more momentum. Okay, now take the second case. When we are having two different bodies, again first body and second body. Okay, but this time M1, M2, and this is heavier and this is lighter. Okay, and both are moving with same velocity. So which body will require more force to stop?
First body.
First body, you will require more force to stop the first body. Okay, so if body is having more mass, if two bodies are moving with the same velocity, a body having more mass will have more momentum, more motion it is having, therefore will require more force to stop it. Understood this one? So momentum, that is motion, is expressed by two quantities. Which are the two quantities? Mass and velocity. We express the motion through two quantities, mass and velocity, and their product, that is called as momentum. Momentum is that quantity which expresses the motion. Okay, so linear momentum equal to mass into velocity is the product of mass and velocity. Okay, so momentum, that is linear momentum, we denote it with letter p, small p. Okay, and this equal to mass into velocity. This is clear? Linear momentum is nothing but product of mass and velocity. Okay, so more the mass, more the momentum. More the mass, if a body is moving, if it is having more mass, it means it will have more momentum. Or if velocity is more, it will have more momentum. Okay, this is clear? Okay, so is it a vector or a scalar?
Vector.
Vector quantity.
It's a vector. See here, mass is scalar or vector?
Scalar.
Scalar. Velocity?
Scalar.
Vector.
Vector. Vector.
Vector. Velocity is vector. Therefore, momentum is vector. We are taking product of scalar and a vector quantity. We are going to get a vector quantity. Momentum is a vector quantity. Okay, so what would be the direction of momentum?
The direction of velocity.
Okay, momentum direction will be in the direction of the velocity. Whatever direction of velocity, that will be the direction of the momentum. That is the direction in which the body is moving, that will be the direction of the momentum. Okay, motion direction, that will be the momentum direction. Okay, now we discuss the unit. What will be the SI unit of momentum? Okay, what is the SI unit of mass?
Kilogram.
Kilogram, kg.
Kilogram.
It's meter per second.
Meter per second.
So what is the momentum?
Kilogram
kg,
meter per second.
Kilogram meter per second.
kilogram meter per second. Okay. Okay. CGS, if you have to take gram,
Centimeter per
Gram centimeter per second.
per second.
gram. Gram centimeter per second.
CGS. Okay, we have studied this one. CGS unit, centimeter, gram, second. This is SI unit. Okay, it is mainly MKS system. This MKS system was it was little bit extended and it was named as SI system. Meter, kilogram, second. Okay, distance, that is length, mass, time. Understood this one? CGS.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is there any other type of momentum other than linear momentum? We are specifying the name linear. So
Linear, straight line, if it is in circular, or
Sir, what is the
This is
main
one
difference
direct-
between motion and momentum? Main difference between motion and momentum.
see here, these two are different things. Motion means body is moving, that's all. Okay. Now, how to define that motion? We are expressing that motion in a quantity. Motion means just movement, body is moving. That's just motion. Okay. Now, linear momentum, it will express that motion. We are going to express. If I am saying body is moving, so what you infer? You infer that it is in motion. That's all. You infer that you reach to a conclusion that body is moving. That's all. Body is in motion. That's all. But if I provide you momentum, it is the quantity to express the motion. Okay. If I say 2 kg meter per second or 5 kg meter per second. So can you infer which will have more momentum? You can tell very easily 5 kg
Second
meter per
body.
second has more momentum. Okay, now you can infer as well which body will require more force to stop.
Second body.
Second body, by just
Second
comparing the momentum, you can tell. So it means in one say you can say it is having more motion kind of. Usually we don't say like this. One body is having more motion as compared to other. We usually say both the bodies are in motion. Now, what are the quantities to express this? Okay, for example, you take length. We express this in which quantity? Meter,
Meter.
centimeter. Similarly, to express the motion, we have one quantity, that is momentum. We are having the quantity which expresses the motion, that is momentum. Understood now? So this
Yes.
momentum, this is the unit. So by comparing the momentum, we can infer which body we require more force to stop. As well, how much more we require, we can infer. Because we are expressing it in quantity, yes.
Sir, this is not expressing the mass.
See here, everything is being contained. Mass is also there. Okay. Okay, take it like this.
By definition, it is
One.
written that it is only expressing motion.
Okay, in motion, if a body is in motion, a lighter body is there, heavier body is there. Both are coming towards you. Okay, same velocity. Which will impact more, lighter or heavier?
Heavier.
Heavier will require, or what you will say when it hits you? You say it is having more, it did more force on me, it impacted me more. Okay, that impact, that motion is being expressed as momentum. That is, it is having more motion, you will say. It impacted me more. So that quantity is momentum. Okay, mass and velocity both. Okay. Okay, where were we? So we have discussed mass and velocity. Okay.
We have
I
to
want
start
to,
changing moment.
yes, that's fine. I wanted to tell you something I forgot now. Just give me 1 second. Something more I was going to tell. Okay, leave it. I will tell you afterwards whenever it comes to my mind. Okay. I was going to give you one example. Okay, yes, okay. So for example, a body is having 2 kg, okay, and it is moving with a velocity of 3 meter per second. Other body, it is of 5 kg, and it is moving with a velocity of 2 meter per second, okay. So what will be the momentum here?
6 kilometer.
6 kilometer per
6 kg meter per second. And its momentum 10
10
kg
Kg meter per second.
meter per second. Okay, so see here, mass as well as velocity, both are taken care in momentum. Mass and velocity, both are taken care in momentum. Okay, and momentum, through momentum, what is contained? Mass as well, velocity. Therefore, both the quantities we have taken, both the quantities which are important for in motion, okay, which are important in motion, we have taken in momentum. So by comparing the momentum, we can infer which body will have the more impact or which body will require more force to start. If we have to gain 2 kg body have to gain this much velocity, how much force we have to apply? Or 5 kg body, if it has to start from rest, has to gain 2 meter per second, how much force is required? Okay, time is there as well. Okay, how much force is required? Okay, simple terms. Or to stop this body, how much force is required? To stop this body, how much force is required? We can infer by comparing the momentum. Okay, by comparing their momentums. Okay, you can see, so which body will require more force to stop in the same time?
second body.
Second body will require more force to stop. So just by comparing the momentum, we can tell. Okay, just by comparing the momentum. Or else, what you have to compare? You have to compare their mass, you have to compare their velocity. Yes or no? Or you can compare momentum, since momentum is product of their mass and velocity. Understood now? This is clear to all? Any doubt you have? Okay.
Yes.
Also,
Okay. Now, see here. If your body is moving, okay, m mass, it is moving with some velocity v, okay. Now, if force is applied, as the force is applied, its velocity will change. So, for example, it is v1. After some time, and now we applied the force, and its velocity has changed to v2. And at this time, at this point, we stopped applying force. Now its velocity will always be v2. Its velocity has changed from v1 to v2. So take any body. This we have already studied in acceleration as well. Body is moving uniformly. No force is acting. Since no force is acting, it will continue to have the same motion, uniform motion. Now, as I apply the force, its velocity will change. Its velocity keep changing. I remove the force now. It will continue now. Whatever the velocity at the last point, it will continue now with the same velocity, because now as well, no force is applied. So change is there till force is there. This change is taking place for the time we applied the force. This is clear? As we remove the force, so whatever the velocity at the moment we have just removed the force, that will be the velocity continuous now. So initially uniform motion, applied force, change in motion, now remove force. Now whatever the condition is at the last moment, that will be the uniform motion. Okay, so at this point we have applied the force. Okay, body is moving with v1 velocity. Earlier it was moving with v1 velocity. Its velocity starts to change. It will keep on changing till force is there. At this point, I have removed the force. We have removed the force. Now body will continue to move with this velocity v2. So there has been gain in velocity from v1 to v2. It has increased from v1 to v2. Okay. If we apply the opposite direction force, its velocity will decrease from v1 to v2, depending on the direction which we have applied the force. Okay. Whether the assisting force or the retarding force. This is clear? Okay. So
Yes,
change in momentum can take place how? Either there is a change in mass, yes or no? Mass of the body can as well change or not.
No.
Why? For example, this is a train. You are sitting here. These you all are. Okay. Now it is moving, and in the motion you have jumped from the train. Mass has decreased or not? Train.
Yes,
It
sir.
has decreased. Okay. Or for example, rocket is there. You are stuck with the rocket. After some time you jump. Again, mass of the rocket is less now. Or you can take rocket. It contains fuel. So continuously fuel is getting burned. Its mass is decreasing as it is moving. As well with change in velocity, mass of particle decreases. As body starts to move, mass of the body as well decreases. Mass of the body as well decreases. That's Einstein's equation. You have studied equal to mc square. Okay, we'll study in
Sir,
high
only
class.
listen.
So see here, when our body is in motion, its mass also changes. Some mass is getting converted into other kinds of energies. Okay, so energy can be converted into mass, as well mass can be converted into energies. Okay, so we are discussing that one now. Change in momentum. So see here, change in momentum. Momentum we have studied mv. Okay, change we are representing with delta. Okay, mainly this delta is used to represent a very small change, very slight bit. Okay, so change in momentum. We'll read it as change in momentum. Delta P represents the change. So this can be change in mass and velocity. So change is outside, it means this change can be in mass, change can be in velocity, or this change can be in both. Okay. So see here how it can be. Delta P can be delta M into V. That is change in mass into velocity remains same. Delta P, mass remains same, change in velocity. Or delta P equal to delta M into delta V. Change in both. Okay. This is clear. So mainly what is there? Since velocity is very less as compared to speed of light, so mainly we go with this. Okay. We take mass as constant and change in velocity we always take. Okay. So mainly this we use. Since velocity of the bodies is very less. Since velocities of the body is very less. Okay. But for example, if we take very small particles, atomic particles, if we take atomic particles, their speed is quite comparable to the speed of light. Okay, what is the speed of light? We do not with see.
10 to the power 8 meter.
3 lakh kilometer per second.
3 lakh? No. It's more than 3 lakh. 3 into 10 is power 8.
Kilometer.
3
3
crores,
lakh
sir.
Oh,
kilometer.
yeah, kilometer. Kilometer you have said. Okay, 3 lakh kilometer per second is correct. Okay. Okay, so 3 into 10 is power 8 meter per second. Okay. So, okay, mass here, mass m0. That is, if I taking, for example, we are taking body. Okay, its mass at rest is m0. M0 denotes the mass of the body when it is at rest. So mass of body at rest. Okay. Now this mass is moving. So as it is moving, depending on the velocity, there will be change in the mass. Okay. So this is the final mass. How it is going to change? 1 minus v square upon c square, or v upon c the whole square you can do. That you have learnt in 8th class. V upon c whole square you can do, or v square upon c square. So c is the speed of light and v is the velocity of the particle or the body. Velocity of body. V is the velocity of the body. Okay. Now see here, if body is at rest, we will be how much? If body is at rest, we will be 0, 0. 0 upon c square 0, 1 minus 0, 0, root of 1, 1. Therefore, when v equal to 0, m equal to m naught. This is clear. So body at rest, the velocity is, the mass is m naught. That is, what is the initial mass at rest? That is the
Sir, what is the
mass.
M0 or MO? Sir, M0 or MO?
M0 we have denoted. That is, 0 denotes here zero velocity. This 0 denotes zero velocity. M no, not you can say, or M0. See, this 0 we have used to denote mass at rest. That is where velocity is 0. So this 0 represents velocity. Okay, this is clear. Okay, now its velocity is increasing. This is very important. See here, velocity is increasing. Okay, so for example, some velocity is there. Okay, some velocity is there divided by this one. So this will be something 0.000 something is there. Yes or no? 0.000 something is there. Okay. Now 1 minus something, it will be less than 1. Denominator will be less than 1 or not? Take the root. Still it is. So the denominator will be something like this: 0.00, 0.999999 something. If velocity is very, very less, you can see denominator will be something like this: 0.999999. Okay. This V is very, very less as compared to C. So you can see velocity divided by this big quantity, it will be 0.00000 something. 1 minus 00 point something is around 0.999. Okay. Okay. Again, take the root. It will be nearly equal to same. Okay. So M0 divided by this quantity. So this mass will be more or less, since it is less than 1. This mass will be more as compared to M0. This mass will be more. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
This
Sir.
mass, this denominator is decreasing. You can see denominator is decreasing. As denominator is decreasing, it means the whole quantity is going to increase. So M will increase. So as velocity is increasing, mass is increasing. You can see that one. As velocity of the particle is increasing, mass of the body is increasing. Okay. Keep on increasing this velocity. Okay. Keep on increasing this velocity. So this quantity will increase. 1 minus something, it will be getting less and less. So as the denominator, whole denominator is decreasing. Mass is increasing. It means if velocity is increasing, mass will keep on increasing. Body mass is getting added. It means what we are doing. Yes, see here. Yes, we are supplying energy to the body.
Sir, if the velocity is equal to the c, then the mass will be undefined.
Undefined, yes. Because C, it will be 1 minus 1, 0, and it will become undefined. The body reaches that much. So see here, when this change in mass become, okay, we used to consider this change in mass. If this velocity of the particle is comparably equal to the velocity of light, okay, if, for example, velocity has reached 10 raised to power 6 meter per second, okay, then this quantity becomes something significant, and denominator will be quite less. At this moment, we have to consider the change in mass, because if velocity is much large, velocity is becoming much large, then the change in mass becomes, we have to take into consideration. Okay, so see here, okay, 2 or 3 things I am going to tell. If velocity is very less, change in mass will be, increase in mass will be very less. So very less. So we usually neglect that. And we take it M0 only. Okay. If velocity of a particle or the body is very large, at that moment, change in mass is, increase in mass is, it is large, it is comparable. So we have to consider at that point, we have to consider the change in mass as well. Okay. Understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if velocity is of more than 10 raised to power 6 meter per second, if bodies or particles velocity is more than 10 raised to power 6 meter per second, then we have to consider change in mass as well. Okay. Since most of the bodies we deal with is having very much less velocity, therefore we usually neglect change in mass. And we consider them as constant. Therefore, change in momentum, we take it as mass into change in velocity. This is clear. So here we have made one assumption, that is mass remains constant throughout the journey, throughout the motion. Yes or no? So in Newton's second law as well, we'll make this assumption that mass remains constant. Okay, this will be our assumption when we derive the Newton's second law. We are not taking change in mass into consideration. We are not taking change in mass into consideration. So see here what is happening. The body is moving. It means if I have to increase the velocity up to this much, it means I have to supply lot of energy to the body. Or we can say we have to do lot of work on the body. It means all the energy supplied that is going to increase the velocity as well going to increase the mass. That is, some of the energy is going to convert into mass. Okay, have you understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So this is change in momentum. Okay, so 1 minute is remaining. Okay, any doubt you have? Rate of change of momentum we'll discuss tomorrow. Rate of change of momentum is what? Can you define? We will discuss rate. Rate of change of velocity is what?
Momentum change per unit.
Per unit time. Per unit time we are going to calculate. So rate means at what rate it is going to change. Okay. Rate of change of momentum. That will be at what rate the momentum is changing, whether it is increasing or decreasing. It means momentum, rate of change is change in momentum per unit time. Change in momentum we already discussed. Change in time divided by t, or delta t you can take. That is the time in which the change has taken place. Okay, that rate of momentum we'll be discussing tomorrow. Okay. So any doubt you have?
No, sir.
Here, these physics and other subjects, they are very interesting. If you are curious to know the things around you, these are very interesting. You will get lot of doubts and questions. So study physics by understanding. If you understand the things, you will try to figure out the things, how the things are happening around you. Okay. So it's very interesting subject. More chapters, they are going to be very interesting. Upthrust and all, very interesting. As well with lens, you can play and play with the light using lens, using mirrors. We will discuss those all. Okay. Okay. Any doubt here? How you can ask?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we end the class here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Have a nice
sir.
day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Study
sir.
well.
Have a nice day.
Study well. Okay.
What is the school code used in fifth